Alright guys, so our buddy Ryan just picked up a 2020 Talon 1000x just the other day. Doc already has lower doors on his and Ryan doesn't. And Kemimoto hooked us up with a set of lower doors for a Talon. Doc's going to demonstrate the process of installing these doors and everything you'll need. It's not hard, but it's definitely not the most easiest of things to install, so you'll want to pay attention. And we're going to get into it.
Alright, for some of the tools to do this, and you can use a variance of tools, but this is what we've got, so this is what we use. 1/4 inch drill bit and a drill. This is a little bit of overkill, but a sawzall blade, small Dremel tool, razor blade, pair of pliers, Phillips screwdriver, 4mm Allen socket or Allen wrench, 10mm socket on the extension. Here's your bolts, your nuts, washers, pair of safety glasses, and your pre-assembled door with Phillips screws and washers.
This comes from Kemimoto, and the promo code is Team Wax Offroad, capital T, capital W, and a capital O for 10% off on these products, and that's good till June 30th, so get it while you can.
All right, Lando, we're going to do the passenger side here. You have 8 screws in this door that's going to come out to remove this outer skin. So we're going to start removing those, and we'll lay them in the floorboard so we don't lose them. Now that we've got all of our screws removed, sort of close the door, your skin will come right off. And you can lay it over on top of an old Yamaha or anything you got sitting around to put this quality Honda stuff on. All right, what you have is you have 3 slots on this Talon door, pre-marked from Honda with lines here. You want to cut those lines out. You know, don't cut the line, cut right on the outside, get rid of them. And each slot also has, this one has 2, this one has 1 punch, and the upper one has 2 holes to drill your bolt holes with, where you use your 1/4 inch drill bit. Like I said, it's a little overkill, but we're going to use the sawzall and cut our lines out. You don't want to cut plumb inside your door here, so you want your blade to be pretty straight, but you want to cut through the rounded area to get up to your line. The rounded area needs to come out or it'll make your door stick out on an angle. Just be very careful cutting with whatever type of blade or saw you're using. And it don't matter if you go just a little bit over, you just don't want to go in, because your door bracket will not fit. All right, next we're going to use our Dremel tool. And we're going to just ease into the plastic. And we're going to come across there. Okay, now we're going to open the door, and you need to cut underneath from line to line. You don't want to cut back in here though, because you'll see that. You want to make sure you stay on the bottom side of this thing. Now here's where you can take your pliers, and if you've got a close cut, that piece should come right out. I liked a little bit on the corner there, but we got it. Now's when a razor blade comes in handy. Get razor blade and you clean that debris right up, because you definitely don't want any burrs in the back of it. All right, there's your middle slot all cleaned up. Do your lower and your upper slot the same way. And then next we'll be ready to drill holes. All right, fellas, we got all 3 of them notched out. Honda did not make this the simplest task that there is. It would have been good if these had already been notched out from the factory, but they're not. So again, like I said, there's no right or wrong way or what kind of tool to use, just some kind of cutting tool. I've even done it with a razor blade. It's aggravating to get these cut out with a razor blade, but you can do it. You just have to do the best you can with it, with whatever tool you got that'll work. Okay, next we're going to drill our holes. Like I said, there is a punch for each hole. Center the best you can. Just drill through. You're going to have 5 holes total. 2 front, 1 in the middle, 2 in the rear. All right, you'll want to slide your door up in your grooves, and like I said, you can tell by how tight ours are. If you do not cut those lines out, the brackets will not slide up in there. They're just too tight. So you want to put the bolt with a washer on the back. Get it started. Put your nut on the outside. Just get all those put in hand tight. Again, put all 5 bolts in. Put your washers on the bolt. They go in from the inside. Put the nut on the outside. And just to give you a heads up, if you have a little trouble with your cuts or lining your holes up, just stay calm, work with it. You'll get them in there. I mean, a drill bit, if it drifts a little bit on you, or if plastic moves any, you may have a little trouble, but just work with it. You will get everything to line up. All right, once you get all your bolts, nuts on hand tight, you can get your 4mm Allen or your 10mm socket. You can snug everything up. Like I said, you can get them snug. You don't have to over tighten them because you are going plastic to plastic. Okay, again, key things to remember on these guys to save you a lot of trouble, a lot of headache. When you're cutting your lines out, your factory marked lines from Honda, definitely cut over the lines. Do not cut to the inside of them. The doors will not fit. It's no design in the door. I've seen this with factory Honda doors. Any kind of door that goes on these, you have to cut outside the lines on all 3 brackets. When you're cutting or dremeling your inside out, make sure and cut the curve out, because if you don't, your door will hang out at the bottom because it tilts it. So make sure you definitely get the curve or the bevel cut out of the plastic. And on the bottom side, make sure and do not cut too deep, because if you do, you're going to cut up in here and it'll mess the inside of your door up. Make sure you cut down below here. Here's your nut, bolts, and washers on the inside. Good looking fit and finish. Next thing you do is remove your door skin from the yamma hammer or whatever kind of storage spots you've used temporarily. You want to get it sort of somewhat situated on here. All right, just take your time and get all your 8 screws. Position your door skin, get all those started back. Then you can snug them up. Again, they're going into plastic. Don't over tighten them. And again, on the tools, guys, that you use, I had a Dremel tool and a Sawzall. You might have something that'll work a little better. I've seen a lot better tools for that job. Just whatever you use, be careful, because it is kind of critical. And I know what y'all looking at. Y'all checking the big red shirt out.
It's hard not to.
It is. But again, just, you know, take your time, whatever tools you use for the job, and you'll get it done. Just be careful cutting it out. The actual door install is no issue at all. It's just your cuts are the hard part. Hey, we're back again. It's the next day. We got a little more light out here. Started getting dark on us last night. Lando's gonna go around, let you all look at these doors, these lower doors. One thing to keep in mind with the Talon in general, the Talon does not have sealed doors on it. So no seals. So Kemimoto designed their lowers to match the ergonomics of the Talon. So with some other doors, different model doors on side by side, some of them use sealed, some of them don't, but fit and finish looks great for an unsealed door. Everything looks good. I run the same style door on my Talon. I like them. I don't have any trouble with the mud or anything coming in on me. Lando don't have much mud to play in today. Those Kemimoto doors are still, lower doors are still doing their job. Ryan's really gonna like them on his buggy. Lando, that's only your second or third time behind the wheel of a Talon. How do you like it?
I feel completely confident that this machine's gonna hold up at the end of the day. The doors, see, it wasn't too muddy out, but you can still see they're protecting a little bit of that wet stuff from coming up in your cab. I think they're a high quality product from Kemimoto. I'm glad they hooked us up with them. Remember, go back to the video, skip back a little bit to see that promo code. It's in the description. And I hope this video helped y'all. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment if you have any questions. And that's all there is to it, boys. It's pretty simple install other than the cutting process. But once you got that done, if you can do that, you can do the whole thing. But anyway, I'll catch y'all on the next one.
And we thank you, Kemimoto, and thank you, Ryan.